Hello everyone, welcome to today's Knowledge webinar, introducing ZWCAD Civil. Sivan Design is proud to present ZWCAD Civil, the ultimate plan and design solution for civil engineering. Today you're going to get a great overview from Sivan Software founder himself, Shlomi Sivan, who's also has been serving as its CEO for the past 20 years. So he's the right person to ask anything about this software. I want to show you where you can find ZWCAD Civil 10 on Novage.com. And I want to remind you that Novage is changing the way designers purchase 3D software, offering more choices, more freedom, best advice, and faster service. Check us out at Novage.com. And now, without further ado, I'm going to share your screen. Just a second, I'm gonna share Shlomi's screen. Sorry, I'll take just a second. Shlomi, do you? Okay, here we go. It's happening, and I'm going to unmute our attendee. All right, take it away.
All right. Yeah, thank you. So my name is Shlomi. I'm the CEO of Sivan Design, and in the next, let's say, 30 minutes to 1 hour, I'm going to present ZWCAD Civil, which is the civil engineering solution that works with ZWCAD. By the way, the same software works with AutoCAD as well, so the two options are valid. So a little bit about us. We are developing the software since 1999. It's an holistic ultimate plan and design tool for civil engineering professionals. ZWCAD Civil is a fully BIM and support BIM standards. It's based on the ZWCAD engine, which is a software that currently has more than 2,700 clients all over the world. All of them are in the civil engineering domain. When I say civil engineering domain, I talk about roads design, but you'll see it in a minute. Okay, so about the ZWCAD Civil 10, I think if I have to summarize it, first of all, it's simple. You get result quickly, you'll see it in a minute. It works fast. Everything is very interactive. When you change one thing, since it's a BIM model, then everything changes accordingly. Very agile, it's very flexible to do a lot of iteration and similar things, but despite everything that I said, it's still a robust system. It's very powerful. It's cover almost everything that you want in the civil engineering domain. And when I say civil engineering domain, we have 4 packages. We have the full package, which combines all the software's capabilities. We have the roads package, which is for roads designers and, of course, contractors. We have the standard model, which is for land developer, site planning, earthworks calculations, mapping, and surveyors. And the last one, very popular package, which is the pipes package. It's a sewage and drainage and water supply pipeline design solution. And it's, as I said, it's a very popular product among our users. What I'm going to do today is going to be a live demonstration, of course. We do introduction to the environment. We create a 3D terrain model. We design an horizontal and vertical alignment of a road. We will design cross sections and add some side ditches. Therefore, we later on can get the layout. We'll do some plotting, some earthworks calculation. Then we'll go and design some sewage pipeline along the same road. And that's it. All of you are unmute, so if you want to ask questions, just stop me on the way. We are a very small group, so feel free. Barbara, everything is okay? Everybody can hear me well?
They can hear you. Yeah, we hear you perfectly.
Thank you. Okay, so these are my details in case you want it. Let me continue. Okay. So I'm starting the software from here. Double clicking, and the system will automatically load with the ZWCAD environment. In this case, I'm working with 2022 version, but the same ZWCAD Civil 10 works with former version, meaning 2021, 2020, and it can also work with AutoCAD 2021, 22. So this is how it looks. This is the standard drawing environment, in this case, ZWCAD 2022. On the top, we have the menu of the software, and here on the bottom, you have a text editor for coordinates. So if, for example, I want to start a new project, and I will put it somewhere in C, in projects, let's say here, and Novage, and call it. So this is a sample project that I just started from scratch. And what I'm gonna do is add some coordinates. So we start with first coordinate, easting, northing, elevation, and the second one the same, and the third one the same. And when I hit refresh, automatically it shows on the drawing. So this point automatically shows on the drawing, but I can go the other way around, meaning if I pick here, go to the drawing and click here, I can get the coordinate here or here if I want. So these are the points which I've made. And this is the number that been given to the points of, give it an elevation of, let's say, 105, and this one 102.55, and refresh, automatically the points are here. So I think this is all clear. Okay. If I'm going to the topography contours and put an interval, let's say of 25 cm, then I will get a 3D surface of the terrain. Let me remove this. Yeah. So in my DWG, I got a 3D model of the terrain according to the points which I added. If I go to this point, for example, and change the elevation, make it this way, for example, or let's say make it this way, for example, and apply again, then the model will change accordingly. So I think it's very clear, just to give you a little bit look and feel of how the software works. But obviously I'm not doing it this way. So I will start a new project. I will call it Novage 4. And this time I will load a good big file, not so big, some points which I have, which I received from a surveyor. So you can see the entire list here, a few thousand of points here. So if I refresh, the same thing will go. Let me wait for the scroll bar to refresh, and the system will do the same thing that I did before when I key in the coordinates, but now at a much bigger scale, of course. So let's wait a little bit. So here it is. This is my area. It's a small neighborhood. See, there are a lot of points here. And let's assume that beside the points, I also got from a surveyor some of the break lines. Most of it that you are familiar with the term. It means line that defines some breaks in the terrain, in the 3D model. So what I'll get is something like that. So in short, what I got, these are 3D polylines of points. And now I want to create, like I did before, a terrain 3D model out of it. So I'll go to topography contours. And I'll do the same thing, let's say 0.5 meter and something else here called 80 meter for the terrain. Wait a little bit. So now it will create a terrain for this much bigger area. Okay, here it is. So these are the contours for this area. It's actually an area to develop. So let's assume I want to see this path here, probably an unpaved path. That's what it looks like. So I will design a road going from here up to this point. Any questions so far? Any questions so far? If you have, just speak up.
Yep.
Yeah.
I think we're all good.
Okay. Okay. So what I'll do, I'll go to the layers, and just for me to ease of use, I will switch off, freeze this layer, and now I will draw my first road. I will draw it in this layer, and I will start from here, let's say from this point. So this is the first IP. It goes like here, up to here, and until this is the end of the road. So this is my road, but for now it's just a polyline. So I have to go to roads horizontal alignment, select, and select the polyline. If I will apply now, what I'll get is the road model, the road beam. So you see, it become a road. Start from here, 0, 1, 2. These are the cross section, each 25 meter. In fact, you can tell the software to just present the changes. So instead of numbers, we see the distance. Okay. And now, of course, I will enter some kind of a curve here. Let's say the curve here will be 40 meter, and the curve here would be 50 meter. Let me apply. And you see, when I enter the 30 meter, automatically the software created the first tangent here, second tangent here, and all the data of the road were updated here. If I'm unhappy, I want to move it a little bit, I can do it at any given time. I'm just move from here, take this IP and move it a little bit, let's say here, and apply the change. Sorry, 1 second. Now the beam of the road will be updated. Here it is, moved a little bit. Okay, this is my road, this is my horizontal alignment. I'm happy. Let me save the project. And now I'm going to the vertical alignment. I'm going to roads vertical alignment on this road. I apply, and I get the roads profile. here it is. This is the profile of the road. This is the profile of the road. So this is the existing ground level. It's I think an unpaved path. So let me design now. I will start. This is the beginning. You remember, this is the beginning. Start from here. So I'm now designing. I will start with polyline that start with the same, and from here going somewhere like this slope. Let's say like this. Let me move the object snap. Think like this. And from the end, let's say I'm starting from here, going this way. And the same thing I will do connecting. Here it is. So this is my new profile. Let me just a little bit arrange it. I would use trim like this. And the same thing goes from here, here. Sorry. I'm using standard AutoCAD. Yeah, now I want to convert it into a vertical alignment. I just press the apply here. And then all the data will show in here and on the drawing. So now it became a vertical alignment, a profile. But of course, I will need to enter some vertical curves. So it's 25 meter. From here, we'll take 25 meter here, 25 meter here, 50 meter length. So I'll put 50 meter here. Let's see. Yeah, 50 meter like this. And the same thing I'm doing here. Okay. If I'm okay with it, I can save it. If I want to move this or stretch it a little bit like this, apply, and everything will get updated. So in fact, if I go to the horizontal alignment and apply, I will get all the data along the road here. Let's go to the cross sections. And in the cross section window, I will start by creating the list of cross sections and getting the existing ground level each side from -20 to +20. So these are the cross sections along the road. I'll go to the first section. I can design my own template, or if I want, I can use a ready-made template. So this is what I'll do here. I'll go to here and go to templates, local, 2 lanes per sidewalk, and this is it. This is my template. I use template of 3.6 meter, 3.6 meter, 2% side, and a sidewalk with 2% going to the road. So this is my template. Do like that. Yep. So let's minimize this. Let's assume that on the left side of the road, we will do land development later on. On the right side, we want a small ditch. So on the right side, I'll move to right ditch. In fact, tell the software, we're using a slope of 1:1 on the sides, which I forgot to do, so to do it here. And connecting to a right ditch with a slope of 1:1 on each embankment, with a bottom of 0.2 meter, with a depth of 0.6. So it should look like something like this. sorry, 0.2 here. So this is the ditch. 0.2, 20 cm here, 1 to 2, 1 to 1, 1 to 1 here, 60 cm depth. So this is my cross section. I copy it. I'm going to the last one and project it all over the road. All over the road. So now it's all along my road. Sorry. Here it is. So now each cross section, if I move around my cross sections, you can see all of them. I can get a full road layout. Okay, so this is the corridor. This is the road corridor, full layout of the road. In fact, if you like, you can take the entire terrain here to here, make it dark blue. So yeah, now I think it's better. Now we see the road all along. See the road all along. Now, since this is my road, I can also, and I have all the cross section, I can create the frames. So let's wait a little bit. Oh, I used the A4 paper, so it's almost one section at each frame. So there are many frames here. Let me change it to be, let me go back again. In fact, what I'll do, I'll tell the software to use what we call one-to-one scale. One-to-one scale. And if I do the cross sections again, I will now change them to be on A0 page. Let's see. Okay, here it is. So we have two sheets. This is the first one. This is the second one. In fact, if I apply here, this is the sheet, A0 sheet. Okay, I also draw the layout. I don't need it. And of course, I can do like this. And move here. So these are my cross section. In fact, they have their own layers, so I can paint it a little bit. Like this. And all the data is shown here, ready to plot. Great. So I've created a road, I created the profile, I created the cross sections. Let's go back to the model space. And now let's assume that I want to design a pipeline here going under this road. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to go to the sewage there. Sewage. Yeah, it's not here. Let me create it. Here it is, and make it the current layer. Give it some red color. What I'm going to do now is design a pipe which starts here. Let's go here, 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 and from here going forward till the end of the road each, say, 25 meters. Yeah. Yeah, let's stop it here. Okay, I'm going to pipelines, and I'm saying this is a sewage pipe with diameter in millimeter. You can choose whatever, but I'm choosing millimeter. I'm going to the layout, select, here it is, and convert this pipe polyline into a pipe. So you see, it became a pipe with the manholes along. I hope you can see it. Okay, and these are the manholes. So let's assume that the diameter of the pipe is 400 millimeter, and the manholes, I can tell the software to calculate, but let's make it 1 meter, 100 centimeters. So I go by this. This is in true scale, so you see the diameter and the length. If I go to sections, and I'll tell the software, I'll click apply here, I'm getting the existing ground level. And if I go to design, I get the road. This is the road chat design. In the existing ground level, I see something like this. Smooth. Okay, much better. And I'm starting here at the depth of 1.5 meters, going up to here. Up to here is 115 meters from beginning. So up to here, I'm going with a slope of 2.2% going up. Here it is. This is the pipe with 2.2%. And from here, I'm going down at minus 5%. Minus 5%, it goes to minus 5, but see what happens here. There's a pipe exposure. Actually, there's a definition that if the depth is minimum coverage of the pipe should be 40 cm, and here it's below 40 cm. So what I can do, I can go to this specific station and create a drop of 60 cm. So you can see this is the drop which I've created here to break the pipe. And that's it. The pipe is ready. If I go to the layout and apply, I can see the height of the manhole, the invert level, the top level, flow direction with the slope, and so on. And I have a bunch of reports. For example, I want to see the manholes reports, which I can see here. I can get quantity reports. And so on and so forth. That's it, guys. This is for today.
Great.
And I'm very happy for joining me. Yep.
Great. What a great tool to add to our catalog. We're very excited to have you on board. And I want to show everybody where they can find ZWCAD Civil. Let me share my screen another second time. Here we are. Remember that on Novad you can find ZWCAD Civil 10, as well as ZWCAD, AutoCAD. So give it a try. And thank you so much, Shlomi, for joining us today. Again, we're very excited to have you guys aboard, and looking forward to more webinars like this one. Have a great rest of the day or night, everybody, and until the next webinar. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye-bye.